A very pleasant day to all our viewers watching right now. Welcome to this episode of Learning, especially for all grade 7 students in special program in sports for baseball. I am Sir Geofrey Hadlocon from Maragusan National High School, Maragusan West District. Before we start, make sure to prepare the following: a notebook and a ball pen. Are you ready? I hope so, because our topic for this episode is about the outfield techniques and fundamentals in baseball. Please keep on watching, because at the end of this lesson you're expected to, first of all, determine and execute the techniques in an outfield position. And second, distinguish the essentials in outfielder position. Shall we begin? Okay, let's play ball. As a player, you want to do everything you can do to help your team win. Being fundamentally sound in the field and at the plate are the keys not only to your success, but also your ability to help your team win. In this lesson, we detail the baseball skills needed to help you improve your ability to play the game, particularly on being in an outfielder's position. We invite you to read, analyze, and practice the baseball fundamentals described. In playing baseball, there are 9 defensive positions, right? What are these defensive positions? These are the catcher, the pitcher, the first baseman, the second baseman, the shortstop or the shortstopper, third baseman, left fielder, center fielder, and the right fielder. Now, let me ask you a question. Who are these outfielders? You are correct. They are the left fielder, the center fielder, and the right fielder. Their primary role is to catch or go after the ball to stop the offensive team from advancing to the next base or bases. A quick and efficient outfielder is a strong defense. In baseball, the outfield is the field beyond the infield and between the foul lines. The baseball defensive positions that comprises the outfield are the left fielder, center fielder, and the right fielder. Now, there are outfielders' techniques and fundamental checklists a player must develop in order to be effective outfielder in baseball. Number 1, ready position. How do we execute a ready position? Start on balls of feet and then step forward into this position. By executing this ready position, a player will be able to catch or pick up any ball that goes through. Number 2, catching fly balls. Another important skill a baseball player must possess is catching a fly ball. Maybe easy to think, but definitely difficult to execute. To catch the ball is to stay behind the ball, enabling you to catch with forward momentum. Catch the ball on the throwing side of your body. Number 3, footwork. Your feet also need to be agile to get ahead of the ball's direction. Your hip should turn towards direction of the ball. And another, your hip must turn and cross over to get into proper position. And stay low during hip turn and cross over. Number 4, ground balls. With nobody on base, take a knee when fielding or catching grounders. It is also important to always keep your eyes to the ball as you move. With runners on base, catch the ball on the outside front of your leg if possible. Number 5, throwing. Use 4-seam grip. Utilize crow hop or pro hop and full follow through. Utilize overhand throw, making sure ball travels on a downward plane. Those were the outfielder's techniques and fundamental checklist a baseball player must develop. For all baseball athletes out there, try these techniques, but be sure to be always safe in doing so. Aside from performing and executing the fundamental techniques in an outfielder's position, baseball players must also identify different outfield essentials. What are the outfield essentials? Number 1, always know what the situation is and what you will do with the ball. Be always aware on the runners on base and know where to throw the ball. Number 2, work on getting a good break on fly balls. Never assume another fielder will catch the ball. Only back off when another fielder calls you off. When you are called off, support the other outfielder up. Number 3, breaks should be 45 degrees in gaps. The outfielder taking a direct angle to cut the ball off. The outfielder may have to take a deeper angle if the ball is hit hard. Number 4, remember that balls hit to the left field or right field will always drift towards the foul line. Run as quick as you can. Be always ahead of the rolling or drifting ball. Number 5, on a short fly ball, never stop running or charging until an infielder calls you off. If you think you have an easier play on the ball than the infielder does, call him off. Shout, "My ball!" The outfielder has priority on short fly balls because he is moving forward and has a better view of the ball. Number 6. Use 2 hands when fielding. Using both of your hands is an easy way to secure the ball. Number 7. Catch fly balls above shoulder height, preferably over your throwing shoulder. In case the ball bounces off from your gloves, then you still have the chance to recover it. And shade the sun with your glove. Number 8. Charge the ball on base hits whenever possible. With nobody on base, you can take a knee when fielding. Number 9. Never give up on a ball that you miss. Hustling will help you to make up for physical errors. Number 10. Keep your throws to all bases low. It is considered an error to overthrow a cut-off man. It is better to bounce the ball 2 times before it reaches a base or a cut-off man than to make an overthrow. Number 11. Never throw behind the runner. Number 12. Back up during run downs. What is a run down? Run down is a situation wherein a base runner is trapped in between bases who runs back and forth to avoid being tagged out. Number 13. Always utilize the crow hop or the pro hop when throwing. Make sure you bend your back on your follow through so that the ball will be moving forward on a downward plane rather than an upward plane. Throw overhand. Never side arm or side throw to ensure that the seams are traveling end over end. Have you followed it? Excellent! Furthermore, for playing left fielder, here are some basic points to ponder. Left fielder must hustle and back up the third base on any potential play there. If this does not become an automatic behavior for you, then you are not suited to play left field. Left fielder must back up or support any ball being thrown from the right side of the field to second base. And should always back up or support the center fielder on a single or a fly ball. For playing center fielder, here are some basic tips to ponder. Center fielder is in charge on routine fly balls in left center and right center field. In other words, if the center fielder calls for these balls, the other fielders should back off and then support or back him up. Should also back up or support the left fielder and right fielder on all base hits and fly balls. And must support second base on all plays there, especially steals. Do not be too close within 40 feet of second base on steals, or a wild throw might shoot by you to your right or left. For playing right fielder, here are some basic points to ponder. Right fielder must hustle and support first base on any potential play there. This includes bunts, pick-off attempts, or any ground ball in front of the plate or to the left side of the infield. Right fielder should support second base when the shortstop or third baseman is attempting to retire a player there. Should also back up the center fielder on fly balls and ground balls. Because there are so many plays at first base, right fielder must be constantly thinking and hustling. A careless mental lapse on your part could be very costly to your team. More advice for all outfielders. Judging and catching fly balls is about 30% talent and 70% practice. The more practice you get, the better you will become. Never sit down in the outfield. This includes during practices as well as during games. You will be pulled from practice or a game immediately if you do this. If play is interrupted, you can have a quick meeting in the center field. Outfielders should be constantly communicating. Work as a team and be aware of verbal instructions coming from your infielders or from the bench. Remind each other of the situation, such as how many outs are there and what to do with the ball. Yell instructions to each other during the play. Do not be a spectator. Let's have a short recap. Now, what are the outfield techniques and fundamentals checklist we need to develop and enhance as a baseball athlete? Ready position, the footwork. Catching fly balls. Stopping ground balls. And throwing. What are the outfielder essentials? Always know what the situation. Work on getting a good break on fly balls. Breaks should be 45 degrees in gaps, with the outfielder taking a direct angle to cut the ball off. Remember that balls hit to the left or right field will always drift towards the foul line. Never stop charging until an infielder calls you off. Use two hands when fielding. Catch fly balls above shoulder height. Charge the ball on base hits. Never give up on a ball that you miss. Keep your throws to all bases low. Never throw behind the runner. Back up during run downs. And always utilize the crow hop or pro hop when throwing. Have you learned anything from our topic? That sounds great! I hope you enjoyed and were able to learn many things today. That's all for now, folks. This has been Teacher Geofrey Hadlocon from Maragusan National High School, Maragusan West District, saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!